the live button.
Say a live stream. Oh Lord.
Oh shit.
Oh,
It is getting real. Coronavirus.
Hey, but Jay, finish telling people how you like getting your feet rubbed on before sex.
Yo, first and foremost, dudes move. First and foremost, because you fucking wild. Bro, move. Second of all, ain't nobody ever say no shit like that, bro. I'm talking about the fucking feet, bro.
Hey, it's all but nah, first of all, man, Millennials Rest of the World, it's your boy K.Mims, man. You know the bros is on the joint right now, man. We're streaming live from YouTube, man. We about to put them things in the links. If you watching this, tell your people to subscribe, share this, comment, all that great stuff, man. So first, I'm gonna ask, y'all tired of Jada doing Will like that?
Hey, Sneak, in the words that you always tell me, because we rap, I'm tired of Will doing Will like that.
Nah, what did Will
fuck all that.
What did Will do?
Will didn't do nothing but love his wife and be an upstanding individual and be a solid individual.
Come on, Jay.
Yeah, don't see.
Come on, now.
That was after he was clapping them cheeks. But what I'm saying is, after that, he sobered up and was like, you know what, this the one. Nah, real shit. If I'm being like 100% transparent, I just feel like that.
What was your issue with what she said?
I had no.
Was there not any truth? Like, what was?
I had no issue with what she said at all, because I feel like she's being transparent and real. But I think people take transparency and real and forget to equate it to just the person that you're with. You don't need a platform for that.
Hey,
I'm bring it to them.
I'm gonna tell you, I don't think what she literally said was wrong. I think I totally understand what she was talking about. You know, talking about how when you're with somebody, you gotta, switch things up. You gotta learn the person, blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. But like my wife said, because of what happened with the entanglement, flawed. So it kind of like flawed the perspective.
Ain't no color. Right? She would think about August meat. Ain't no flaw. What was you talking about, Mike?
Did y'all watch the whole thing though? Did y'all watch the whole thing?
Yeah, because she ain't really play him.
Go ahead, Mike.
She ain't really play him. It was just that topic is hard for her to talk about now. Like,
yeah.
But Mike, I don't think her intention was ever to play Will.
No,
let's be real. It's about bringing awareness and transparency to the table. But what people don't want to understand is like when somebody's opening up, and Lewis alluded to this a couple episodes ago when he was talking about him and his wife, and like, you had those hard conversations. Nobody wants to ask. Like, Will probably never asked him, like, are you satisfied sexually? He probably never asked her that. He probably assumed that. And then when she brought it to the forefront, do I agree with it? How she did it? No, I don't. Because I feel like it should have been a conversation first with them. That's the same way with the Aisha Curry and then the Steph Curry situation. Mm-hmm. Nobody's not going to deny what they said. Yeah. It's how you brought it. Bring it to your husband first and then put it out. Because that gives him time to digest it and be like, you know what? Because what Aisha said was like, hey, I like getting attention from other guys. What woman doesn't like that? Just like what man doesn't want attention from other women. That's normal. But the way she put it and the context she put it in, that's not right to him and fair to him.
Yeah. She took him his opportunity to, how we were talking about how we still in the game. She took his choice to like play the game and get back in the game and eliminate that. She took it away by presenting it in the public first.
For sure.
That's a fact.
I think
what you think, Keenan? Because I feel like you like. What you think?
With the Will and Jada thing, I agree with the entanglement part making it hard. But I think furthermore, with Will and Jada specifically, like anybody that's been in a relationship more than 5 years, you got to have conversations about what your spouse like, and that's not a knock on what you like, because that's even if you come in putting all the bells and whistles on it. After a while, that becomes normalized, and there's another level of elevation sexually that got to happen. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
I just think that with Will and Jada, Will don't say anything, so we think he bowing out all the time. Like, Will don't ever say nothing about Jada, ever. Like, even with the August...
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Even with the August Alsina thing, Will was at the table like, come on, Jada. And entanglements. Like, because he got his own thing going on. Because if you want to be real, I'm not trying to be funny. We did this on the joint and when we went on the live on the other podcast. Oh, you assuming that Will didn't feel that way because he hasn't said anything.
Right? Yep.
You making that assumption. So with the whole situation as far as Jada and Will, I think the fact that she talked the most and she is pretty, it's like Damn, Will, what are you not doing? You understand what I'm saying? To me.
Oh, hold on. Let's couple that with her her I want to say love affair that she still has with Tupac.
Oh yeah, I can.
Okay, Mike. Okay,
everything that we've seen to the love affair that she still has with Tupac.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Right? Yeah, you know what I mean. Like at some point in time, there's like I know they live in a whole different love box than the average person or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. But some point in time, it feels like the respect line that they have is very different than like what we expect from a relationship. And I ain't cool with it.
For sure. And Mike, I think to piggyback off of that, and me and Keenan be rapping about shit too, and I'll be rapping with you a little bit too, Mike. But I think when you are locked in,
why Jay always name everybody he talked to before he say something?
Right. Because I want to let niggas know that it's real up here. Like
I talked to 6 people.
I talked to 6 niggas. Before. No, for real. And Eddie and Curry and all them niggas I talked to too. No, I was just joking. But no, real shit. Like when you are like locked in with somebody and it's like you're not seeing clearly. So I get what you're saying, Mike. What you're saying is 100% right. Will don't understand that. He's still looking at the future of what him and Jada could be, all this stuff. But Keenan has told me multiple times, like, bro, sometimes you gotta let that shit ride and be like, look at the situation for what it is now.
Yeah, for sure.
Like that's why Will be reacting like that. Because he always looking at it like, we've discussed this, we've got through this. And then when Jada's bringing it up, it's like he's catching all the backlash because he's not saying that, because in reality, he's thinking like, bro, I thought we got through this shit, number one. And then number two, like, what are you really on? Because she be bringing shit like out of thin air.
For sure.
Like, none of this has to be talked about. Like, your sex life with Will, what the fuck does that matter right now?
That's a fact.
Hey, and Will been trying to let us know he was in danger for a long time, emotional danger. Because, Black people, we got,
red flags.
Yeah, red flags. We got red flags. Like when you see Black people doing things that Black people don't typically do, and then we mask it as like, I'm being adventurous and like living my best life. Like he was jumping out of planes at one point. He was on the tread. He was
adventurous, bro.
Look, he was on. Look, I'm talking about
can't go skydiving, bro.
No, but I'm talking about the way.
He said no.
No, listen. You can go skydive, but the way he was selling it to us, right? You knew it was a lie. Like, hey, if I die today, I just want to know. Like, come on now. Like, he was on this treadmill. The person beside me, either they gonna get off first, or I'm gonna die on the treadmill. Just start talking like.
But see, Mike, hey, Mike, real shit though. First of all, that's funny as fuck. But real shit though, Mike, if you want to be real, I think he really believes that though.
I think
he does, and I don't think he's I think that's a fact. Yeah. I think he's creating this to protect himself from the real Will.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, I got to do this because everybody done been there. Like, you just like, damn, maybe I need to recreate myself. Maybe I need to like start being more adventurous. Maybe I'm the one tripping.
Yeah.
But then you realize down the line, it's like, no, you're not.
Yeah.
So I think that conversation about what we started is a great segue. Do y'all think when we say relationships, right? We're gonna say we're gonna tap into marriage, friendships, family relationships, professional relationships. As y'all grow as men, do y'all think relationships get easier or harder?
Go ahead, Jay. Tell us about them goddamn 6 niggas.
Yeah, I'm about to say, go ahead, Mike. Yeah, all right. Hey, look, I talked to Mike, Keenan, Lewis.
Hey, look though. Do you think they get harder? This nigga crazy, man.
I'm being real. No, I think it gets harder, bro. And the reason why I say it gets harder is because like that person is constantly evolving and changing. And I think we
speaking about marriage right now?
I'm speaking about marriage.
Okay, all right.
I'm being very specific.
Okay.
Yeah, what's happening to marriage? I think with marriage, the person is growing and evolving so different, like at a rapid speed, that you don't realize that you're evolving and growing too. So what you try to do is naturally match those things together. But what you all forget in a marriage is the core values. The core values are what you guys said. And sometimes, like, all of us got married young. I'm speaking for me. I got married very young. So it's like those core values weren't really stressed like that because it's like I didn't know what the fuck core values meant. It was I love you, you love me. Okay, we're great. We're happy.
Yeah.
Like, but it's like when you actually dial into somebody and try to figure out like their psyche of like, why do they move like this? What's going on? Like, that shit is tough because it's like if you've been knowing somebody for a long time and then they show you this real quick, you like, wait a minute, like this ain't you.
Yeah.
But in reality, you have to accept, no, this is them. And then you have to step back and ask yourself, what are you right now? Yeah. Because you're still living in a moment in time to where it's like, for me, it's tough because it's like, as men, I think we just used to shit working. So it's like, because we're fixer-uppers, like everything is like, if the shit been working for this long, like it's no way. Like if my car been running off oil changes and tune-ups for 16 years, like it's no way this shit about to blow up now. And then it's like, yeah, that was cool, but you forgot about the tires.
So do y'all think,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
I do. So y'all think that if it ain't broke, don't fix it mentality doesn't work?
No, it doesn't.
I think
it's a fucking lie.
I think it plateaus. It got a limit to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
It
works as in it'll work as long as it'll allow itself to work.
Mm-hmm.
At some point in time, you know, that nail in the tire, you know, you can go flat at some point in time.
Yeah. I see. I think what Jay
that's real.
If we sticking on marriage specifically,
yeah, please.
I think for me personally,
mm-hmm.
there was a fluctuation. Like it started easy, got extremely hard, then went right back to being easy. Now, the reason why I say that is I think the more we mature, understanding, when we start to understand people more, it gets easier, but maneuvering through marriage gets harder because you know so much. You know that body facts. Language means she's pissed off.
Yep.
Now I got to figure out now I got to figure out how to move through that. Now, you know, when now you know when you do something she disliked and she send that text message and she's super short, you know that means you got to do all this stuff just to bring it. Like knowing how everything works makes a relationship harder to maneuver, but it makes it easier to understand. You understand why you maneuver.
Oh, hey, I'm gonna tell you.
But easier to understand and maneuvering. Sometimes you be tricking your mind to think of like, it's easier to understand, but it's like I can't maneuver like that. Like,
hey, Keenan,
it's so hard, bro.
I'm gonna tell you why what you said is so dope. Because what I got from it, tell me if I'm wrong, is that you saying because y'all been locked in for a certain amount of time, like the nuances of the relationship, that the fact that you know the ebbs and flows, you know that you know people change, and now you know you might not have known that when you first got into the relationship.
Factual.
Because factual. You know that because you're picking up on more, it becomes harder to get the results you want.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Boy,
you naive.
Boy, you're smarter.
Mike, you better stop saying shit
game,
like that.
The field goal post is like,
boy.
Oh yeah. No, both of y'all walking heavy. That's facts though.
Hey, but because what I'm saying is this, bro. Peep this. Say if you think about, let's say, first year of marriage, you done came off the honeymoon, you done started living in the crib, you got the ring, you ain't used to having the ring blinging on the finger.
Yeah,
you think her happiness is solely one or two things. Nigga, fast forward year 3, for me, years 4 through 7 was like, damn, I thought I had it. So I learned all this stuff. And now that I learned all of it, I'm like, damn, okay. Before something happened, if I do this, this happened. If I do this, this happens. If I do this, this happens. Damn, if I don't do this, this happens. If I don't do that, this happens. And now you like, damn, now I'm spraying and praying.
Right.
And you got to spray and pray at least 5 times on the same situation to understand how to maneuver through it. So I think understanding relationships gets easier. Marriage, we just talk about marriage right now. Understanding relationships get easier, but for me personally, maneuvering them can be really hard at times because I say this all the time, bro. Y'all know if I say it on the phone to you, I'll say it on the pod. I'm gonna need somebody to run me back this emotional intelligence thing. I'm gonna need somebody to run me back this communication thing. Mm-hmm. I've been blessed with one that if she doesn't know how to communicate my style or if she doesn't understand something, she gets in the ring with me. She fights, she understands. Let's get it. I've been blessed with that. You know what I'm saying? But on the other hand, before she got like that, it was my way or the highway. And I'm like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying? So, but when I realized that she's changed because she had to understand me and she didn't want to lose me, I've changed because I understand her and I didn't want to lose her. Now you got to run me back this emotional intelligence because it's a people thing. Ain't no person on this earth, I don't care color, gender, nothing. If you want to know something and learn it, you can. Come on, bro. They teaching Cameron what happy is right now. He won. They teaching him what sad is right now.
I'm on the phone.
You could be a dad, bro. Go ahead, bro. You could be a dad, bro.
No,
yeah,
that wasn't a dad moment. That was an OD emotional moment. Like, go ahead, y'all.
But the point I'm making is like I think somebody gonna have to run me back this emotional intelligence thing. But Mike, it's on you, bro. It get easier or harder.
I'll say this. I think we get in I think we succumb to like public perception all the time. Whether that public perception is internal inside the house or external, what we see in social media. Because
thank you.
There's no
boy, Mike, you on some shit tonight, boy. You all right?
You know what I'm saying?
Because sports analogy, right? If Jordan's the GOAT, right? It doesn't mean that he's not the GOAT because he don't shoot threes well, right? For sure. And I would use that to say that I've always viewed myself as not a good communicator because I didn't articulate emotions well. Right?
Yeah.
That's fact. That's fair.
I wasn't able to figure out how to handle like certain situations. But there's no way anybody can tell me that I'm not top tier communicator.
Yeah.
There's no way around that. There's avenues that we all have to work on. I think we'll all admit that. I think we've come to like identifying them, right? Like I think we know like we don't communicate well about this or this or this. We need to work on this. You know, our style here is off. But I think we internalize things because we want to be like validated so much. But once we start to like validate ourselves, because it's the only one that's really like matters at the end of the day, right?
For sure.
Once we start to validate ourselves, we'll realize that we've been kind of like played. We kind of been played a little bit for an outcome that wasn't beneficial to us and our well-being.
Yep.
Yeah.
Facts, bro.
That's real as hell, Mike. That's real as hell,
bro. This is
real shit.
But are you, Mike?
Because nobody would be with us if we were bad communicators, right?
For sure, bro. And I'm gonna tell you, like, Mike. See now.
Hey, Kenneth, get in that bag, boy.
I'm about to go far left. Boy. I'm gonna tell you 3.5 things, bro. Far left. The first thing Mike said, the validation piece, absolutely 110% real. The game did not change for me, and we've had this conversation. The three of us were individuals. The game did not change for me until I realized and this is no disrespect, my wife's validation just it put me on another level. But I'm okay with my own validation if I know something is right or if I know something is dope. I can validate myself. The game changed for me. Secondly, the pandemic did a number on me, bro. My wife, it was like she, you know, some way, somehow, like she had my child. We were working from home with a kid. She had COVID when she gave him birth, whole ordeal. I went to therapy, right? A lot of people won't say this, but I'm willing to go on the platform and say it.
Okay.
Therapy was great for me. You know what I'm saying? I was on the line 2 or 3 times a week. I'm going to tell you one thing therapy did that a lot of people don't say. Therapy just made me realize I wasn't as crazy as I thought I was. They would say things to me. I'm like, damn. Like it didn't, sometimes it didn't make me peel the layers back. It reassured me that like this person that don't even know me at all can be like, oh no, you're not tripping. That's right. And I'm like, oh. So I spent the last 8 years dissecting my own thought process, like thinking that I'm inferior, thinking that I'm not worthy, thinking that I'm not intelligent. And
that's a fact, bro.
Telling me like, oh no, you're not tripping at all.
Yeah.
I'm like,
yeah, like, hey, that
so after you went through that situation, like, not to cut you off, Mike, but after you went through that situation to where she was not validating you, but basically like reassuring you, like, hey, you're not tripping, bro. Like what you're saying is valid.
For sure.
You know, and like, how did you feel? What did that do for you? Like, right, so to a personal sense, like, you know, what did it do for you?
So two things. The first, let me say, there are things she said I didn't need to work on, but there were a lot more that she was like, no, you're not tripping. But she did give me some things I need to work on because I'm not perfect. But what it did for me was, it helped me disaggregate my marital situations. Like I knew which ones caused by me. I knew which ones that didn't have anything to do with me. I understood which ones was me and her butting heads. I understand the ones that we were both. Things she said I didn't even work.
Okay.
All right. I was like,
about to say, what the hell was that?
Yeah, we good, bro. But I was saying like, but like what it did was it made me realize like, okay, I'm not crazy. So when I go to bat for this thing, I'm not going to back down because I know I'm not tripping. Yeah. And then when I didn't back down, when I used to back down, it was like, damn. Then 2 days later, my wife would come back to me like, okay, I like the way you said that, but da-da-da-da-da-da. And we started building on that. It was the conversations were never about you right or you wrong. It's about how can we lay the bricks? How can we lay the bricks? And bro,
see, for me, that shit was different. Like mine's is, I ain't mean to cut you off. My shit is different.
You good, bro. You do it all the time. Go ahead. Go ahead, bro. We good. We good, Jay. We good, bro. We good.
Hey, Mike, Kid said at this point, who the host? So what I'm saying.
Go ahead, bro. Hey, all three of us. Hey, look, all three of us. We've been rocking out on Mondays about 2 months now. Go ahead, bro.
Hey, for me, it's different because it's like when you said that, I thought about like not the validation part, but I'll be thinking like when somebody say some shit like that to me, I just shut down and be like, you know what? All right, you got it.
Say
like I'm not about to do that.
What?
Like when you were sitting here, like when you say y'all use that as motivation to start building, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I use it as motivation to be like, nah, I'm good. Because like I'm not about to keep like when I thought it was building, it's not.
Okay, so again, my wife being a counselor herself, and I got to give her credit on this. When I'm talking to my wife at home, we had a slight battle at first when I felt like I was being counseled at home, and I didn't like that. Then as she started dealing with a lot of people's problems, she came home like, I don't even want to bring that home because I just deal with it all the time. So the game changer for me was when my wife separated counseling people to talking to her husband.
Okay.
Because now we don't even have to I don't gotta feel counseled at all. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to the building piece, there was some tough conversations about some real shit I always tell men specifically. Women probably don't say as much as we want them to because it'll probably hurt our feelings. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's real as hell.
Like they don't come out and say, like, damn, you feel that way. But I think, Jay, I'm sorry, what was the question? What was the thing you had said? I'm sorry, bro. I lost it.
What did it do for you, right?
Yeah, he did say that, but he had said something else.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you for fucking listening. Go ahead, Keenan.
No, but you had said something else because I said what it did for me.
Fucking spit ed, retard.
Okay, bro. All right, bro. I'm off this.
No, go ahead, bro.
What was y'all therapy experiences? Fuck you. What was y'all therapy experience? I hate this nigga, man. You can't even make mistakes in front of this nigga, bro. He got that one little. You got them little. You just don't know. Go ahead, bro.
Okay, bitch. You got that fit it on and that shit like a pro. But
I had a quick stint in was it the summer? Was it the?
Don't be scared, Mike. Put that shit out there, Mike.
Just a couple of sessions, bro. And I'm gonna be honest, bro. It kind of scared me, if that makes sense. It kind of,
From what you found out. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead. You about to
it kind of scared me.
The therapy sessions.
Yeah.
That's real.
That's real.
Like that was the first time, like, explaining my, the family structure and all that stuff. Long story short, I went there to talk about my communication issues, right? Mm-hmm. But of course, if anybody thinks it's never communication that's the issue, right?
Ever.
You have to find like the underlying construct or the underlying, something that leads to the communication issues. So when they outlined the family structure, bro, and I started like really like my own onion back. I've never done that before.
Boy,
it really scared me, and I didn't know. I don't think I was ready at that time to really go down that path. You know what I mean? Like I don't think I was really ready to get. So I started to like take the things that was identified and like work on those. You know what I mean? Like in order to get better results. But I know at some point in time, I gotta, jump back out there and handle things that aren't related to like a relationship.
For sure.
That makes sense. Like, some stuff that I gotta deal with myself.
Crazy question. Crazy question. As y'all grew, did y'all learning the value of yourself hurt the relationships around you or help the relationships around you? Learning the value you actually bring to the table, did it make the relationships around you better, or was it kind of hard when you started standing your ground about what you knew you deserved?
It was hard. It was hard for me because like it made me realize that I was putting up with a lot of BS for a long time. Mm-hmm. Like, and when I finally learned myself, I was like, you know what? Like, it's nothing wrong with you learning yourself and exploring yourself. People like frown upon it and make you be like, oh, growing up as kids and growing up as like, adolescents, our parents focused on us making sure everybody else was good.
Yeah.
They never focused on us making sure we were good.
For sure.
It's always treat other people how you want to be treated. That's not fair. Because if I treat somebody how I want to be treated, they're not going to treat me the same way.
For sure.
They're going to treat me how they want to treat me. So when like that's you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm being dead ass serious. Like, so when I realized that, it was like, yo, this is like not what it's about. What it's about is like self-love, self-preservation. I wish I would have learned that shit so much earlier, because it's like it lowers your self-esteem, because you naturally, as a husband, as whatever, you try to make sure your family's good, but nobody checks on you how you check on them.
I'll say this, Keenan. I'll say this. The more I grow and become comfortable with myself, mm-hmm. it kind of challenges the relationship, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Because I'm a very different person than I was at the beginning of the relationship, right?
Sure.
That's fair. That's fair.
Almost so that I needed the individual. Like I couldn't, like everything Absolutely. That I've made since then, I contribute to my wife. Everything. For sure. But I've never looked at myself and said, you know what, you did some dope stuff. You know what I mean? Like you
that's real. Hey, that's real, Mike. That's real.
Hell yeah.
That's real. That's real.
And it puts you in a position of automatic self dependence.
Yep.
All the way so that validation needs to come. Like, okay, am I doing good? Am I doing good? Am I doing good? Am I doing right? I'm not doing right. Mm-hmm. And it challenges your perspective all the time, because the person that you've built a dependency on becomes auto right.
For sure.
Auto right, default right. In order to make things better,
this nigga Mike, I don't know what he on tonight.
He on it tonight.
This nigga's on some shit tonight. No, real shit, Mike. You on some shit tonight.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know what you did today, boy.
No, real shit, Mike. You walking real heavy right now. Go ahead, bro. I'm in the
auto right. Like, and it gets to the point where you really got to come to grips with, like, am I living for myself or am I living for like a head nod? You know what I mean? Like,
but living for yourself is so frowned upon, Mike.
See, or saying this. No, I did that shit.
Yeah, Mike.
Hey, Keenan, about to get in your bag.
I did that shit.
Yeah, man.
Hey, Mike, I get what you're saying, and you're so right. But what I'm saying is, like, in our life, we've been trained to live for the head nod.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
So much so to where it's like the people around you have to remind you, like, bro, you did that shit. Chill. Like, it's you we're talking about.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm gonna try not to go.
If you gonna get in your bag, get in your fucking bag, boy.
No. Because 2.5 things, bro.
Okay.
110. Everything Mike said is so real that I don't even think it's gonna register if somebody only heard it once. Because when you hear somebody say I'm living, like, yeah, I did that. Because a lot of times when people say living for yourself as a man, they don't realize that you prioritize your family as a man. So when you live for yourself, they're still going to be in your thoughts and what you do, because you've prioritized them personally. Mm-hmm. But living for yourself everybody equates that you don't consider your family. No.
Right.
But living for me just means like I'm going to consider them first and foremost. But once they're taken care of, I'm going to do things that also help me out. You know what I mean? Like, and that's the hard.
Okay.
Bro, there's been plenty of times in my marriage, and me and my wife have grown to this point. There's been plenty of times in my marriage where I like felt like I was like doing, and this is before my kid, like the worst thing in the world. Oh my God, I left at this time. And it took me a long time to realize, like, bro, wake up. I get pleasure out of it. I serve my wife. We do things. We we link up. And then if I opt to go do something that evening, I would no longer feel guilty. As long as she's safe, as long as she's taken care of, as long as she's good. I'm not gonna say there's nothing nobody can tell me, but you can't make me feel bad for that. Even if it's
a fact.
I know you're
That's
good.
Facts.
I know that I woke up this morning with the intentions with a work shift to make sure you feel comfortable because I love you that much. I didn't want the pat on the back. I don't want the head nod. I did it because I want to. So at the very same note, if I want to go do something because I want to, I'm going to go do that. And it's not anything malicious because I would never do anything that would jeopardize my marriage. I would never do anything that's going to make my situation worse. So when people here want to go do things, it's going to be stuff that, sound crazy, but to everybody else, but to me, I'm going to go do it. That's just what it is. And I think when we come into valuing ourselves or like understanding that we are a human, we're a man that's married, but you're still an individual. I don't like that they taught us to get lost in marriage. I think that's where the game go wrong. Mm-hmm. You're taught to like take on this persona and identity that like you can't do anything individually. Like I remember like when we going up with like I'm gonna say this and my bad, bro. But like
no, you on that boy. I don't know what the fuck y'all on. Y'all on that shit tonight.
He got Tim's on.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro. Hey, Mike, I got lugs on. I got lugs.
Weeks on. Yeah, you got some lugs on, bitch. You better put that cup down, boy.
But I would say that even with the guys trip thing, right? My wife and her friends are going on the trip. Me and my friends are going on the trip. Everybody from the generation before us, oh, y'all better stop doing that. That ain't. I'm like, it's nothing like that though. Like we literally like just enjoying our brotherhood away from our, because once you get married as a man, they eliminate the fun you're supposed to have with your bros. That ain't supposed to be important no more. But or the way you spend time with
We lost a good one.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you feel me? Like you be like, damn, like, bro. Who the her sound? Like, damn, funeral service. What the fuck is going on? Like, damn.
But I'm being long-winded though, Jay. What about you when you started to learn your value and how did it hurt your relationships or help them?
Me personally, I'm still in the process now.
Okay.
Like I'm still in the process of learning my value because it's like I put so much emphasis on my value and like Mike said earlier, the head nod. Like, okay, you doing your thing. Where the fact of like I'm transitioning now, and it's so hard for me because I'm transitioning now into like I don't need the head nod because I had to realize I am the head nod. Like I know that I'm doing what I'm doing.
Ooh, I'm gonna get that on.
But knowing that and understanding it.
Hey, Mike, go ahead, copyright it right now. Go ahead, Jay. I'm sorry.
I'm the head nod.
Yeah.
I'm being real because like I had to realize that like
bag talk. Go ahead,
bro. It's so hard because it's like you go it makes it seem like when you say shit like that you're going against everything you believe, everything you feel, and it's like you come up as a cocky individual, but it's like in reality you are the head nod, whether it's male or female, it don't matter. You are the head nod, so it's like you have to validate yourself. You have to understand and be good with yourself. And like y'all said, and the realest shit y'all have said tonight was like, we get lost in marriage to where we feel like we don't know ourselves. Like, I got to do everything for my partner. I don't know who I am. Like, and when you start applying yourself, like, nah, I ain't really fucking with that. Oh, so it's because it's like, no, it's not like that. It's just, I'm trying to learn. People don't give each other grace to where you trying to both learn each other where you at now. Like we're here now. We're not the same people we were 5 years ago. And go ahead, Keenan.
Real quick, Keenan. And I think it's hard when people, back to what Keenan was saying about the way old people saw marriages. It's hard to separate the individual journey from the like together journey. So some of the stuff that I feel like that I'm trying to like figure out myself, like my partner automatically like takes on.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, and
hell yeah.
As being like caused by them, or I'm trying to, you know what I mean? But really, it be some stuff that I gotta figure out on my own. And you know, and it might look at Cash in the back.
I know, bro. Like killing my whole background right now. Like, bro, what is you doing? Like, bro, that's
yeah. You can't combine the individual journeys, but we still got our own walk, bro.
Yeah,
they got our own walk.
Yeah.
So, and the walk does not stop, bro. That's the bro.
But people think the individual walk means like I got to do it by myself and I don't have to have nobody else around me. Like that's not the individual walk.
No. For sure.
It means you have to learn yourself and then bring it back to the drawing board. Like you said, Keenan, when you and Brittany got to that point to where y'all was like I do know myself, but like, okay, what can I do to make this? Because I don't want to lose you. That's what the fight is.
For sure. See,
everybody, like, go ahead, bro.
No, go ahead.
I'm done. I'm done.
I think the thing is, though, let me not neglect this point.
Mm-hmm.
It took some hard conversations, bro. Because I think it was moments like I always tell this, and I said this even a couple podcasts ago, but we weren't on the actual, we weren't recording anymore. Mm-hmm. It's like I'll never forget when I asked my wife, like, how do you view me? Or how do you think I view you?
That's a tough one.
And she told me
that's a tough one.
That I viewed her as such and such, such and such. I was like, yo, that's complete opposite of how I actually view you. Then I had to dig into what was I doing to make her feel that way.
Facts.
And then when I had to dig into that, I was like, ho. Let me get this straight. So I think you're this. Yes. Now, what type of husband am I when my wife walk around, the one I'm supposed to value the most, and think that I don't even consider her enough to feel like to view her as she view herself or somewhat in the same vicinity?
Right.
Bro, it takes some tough conversations. She told me straight up, like, nah, like, I don't want to say word for word, but the conversations were just so hard to the point where, like, it challenged me to seek therapy. It challenged me to, like, bro, like, I can't even really explain it, but the conversations with the ones they say when marriage is hard, it ain't the longevity part. It ain't the staying together. If you ain't gonna talk about nothing, then everything gonna be easy. If you ain't gonna talk about nothing, that makes it easier. Mm-hmm. But it gets hard when you actually try to make it work and have them conversations, bro. And we had them. And I just thank God that both of us were receptive of what was happening because, bro, nigga, I wasn't who I thought I was to her. Not because I'm not that good, because I let a lot of my emotions get in the way of showing her who she was to me. That's what I say.
Okay. That's good, bro. That's real good.
We can flip to family relationships or friendships. How did your growth as a man help you through friendships, maneuver through friendships? Did it hurt them? Did it help them? Outgrow people, regrow people, reasons, seasons, lifetime. How did all that?
I think for me with friendships, it hurt me. Because it's like I was growing and trying to like get better mentally, physically, emotionally, all that stuff. And it's like I realized that a lot of people were staying in the same realm they were in.
Yeah.
And it's like the most dangerous thing to me is to stay in the same place and think that you're making growth. Right. Like you're not though. Yeah. Like you're really not though. Like you're really not challenging yourself to get better. What are you doing to make yourself better? And that's what like when you ask somebody that, they'd be like, oh, well, like I'm trying to do this. Like the worst thing I ever heard from a friend say was like, shit, that's just how I am, and it is what it is. Man, that's the most toxic shit ever that I've ever heard somebody say.
That joint burns me up.
What the fuck does it mean? It is what it is. That burns me how I am. Like what is that?
Yeah. When people say love me for who I am, I'd be like, yo, I love you to not leave you how you are.
For real, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, you feel me? Like you feel me?
And the crazy part is that'll mess around and end the friendship.
What you mean? You Deacon Mike. You got it all together. You only got all your shit. Like,
there's only one deacon
preaching again.
Yeah, you know how many times I heard that? Like, oh, okay, my bad, because you got it all together. Now I had to start realizing, like, no, fuck that. I don't got it all together. I am fucked up. But at the end of the day, like, you're not trying. People don't try to better themselves. They stay in the same segment. They're so fucking stagnant that it's like you really believe in your mind, like, you know what? I'm good with where I'm at. If you really believe that, there's nothing wrong with it. But you gotta step outside yourself sometimes and be like, you know what? Maybe Mike and Keenan wasn't tripping. Maybe they wasn't. Let me check my shit because maybe I was the one tripping. People don't do that.
Yeah,
For sure.
Yeah. Hey, all jokes aside, man, I 1,000% agree with Jay. Like my friendships, bro, I started to like remove some like friendship barriers, meaning I'm gonna say like qualifiers like age, religion, job. Started to remove those, but I kept up the ones that's like, man, I ain't hanging with too many like single dudes.
For sure.
Yeah, like not too many of them, man, because certain ones, the language and the lifestyle they live,
I'm good.
Don't agree with what I'm trying to, where I'm trying to go.
That's a fact, bro.
Yeah, like you gotta not eliminate them, but you gotta take them in small doses. You know what I mean? Especially the ones that's out here living how we live when we was 19.
Yes,
facts.
Yeah, like I can't do that. I rather be around individuals that are gonna help me grow. Gonna challenge my perspective.
For sure.
Hey, I remember like it was yesterday. Keenan said to me,
"Oh God, bro, this nigga about to say something reckless, man."
Nigga said, and that changed my whole validation perspective. Like,
I already know what you about.
Why I'ma just paraphrase. Like, why does it matter if people think you smart? Like, why does that matter? Maybe they don't think you smart.
I did, bro. I ain't gonna get it, but that's a fact.
You know what I mean? I was
that is a fact, though.
I was like, maybe they don't think you smart. I was like,
Keenan had said that to me multiple times too, but that's a fact, though.
I was like, well, fuck. I said, oh, well, damn. You're like, well, all right, well, that might be the case. You know what I mean?
Like a nigga might not think you are, but
you feel me?
Yeah. And you almost have to live all the time with that being the answer.
Yep.
With that being the answer. That
yes.
You gotta live with that. Yeah, you gotta live with that being the answer all the time. Like niggas don't never gonna feel the way you feel about yourself. If you validate if you valuing yourself appropriately.
Bro.
That shit
and I'm gonna tell you how
take this nigga out, boy. Yeah.
This nigga goddamn Chicago.
Jay, go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead, man. Hey, Jay,
Mike. Hey, Mike. Hey, look, real shit though, Mike. The one thing I had to face that was tough for me is that the way I view myself and the way that people I loved around me view me. I'm like, how the fuck does it not match up? It's no way. How doesn't it match up?
And you gotta ask
you
more than
realize, like,
everybody.
Boy. Yeah. Hey, Sneak, that's a question. Like, you really be thinking, because the way we view ourselves, I'm like, if we holding shit down, we taking care of home, like we doing what we supposed to do. Like, you can go to your spouse and they be like, y'all don't feel protected or secure. You be like,
what the fuck?
The fuck? What are you talking about? Like, I'm risking everything. What are you talking about?
Bro,
that shit crazy though, but it's the truth though.
I got a philosophy behind that though.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Hear me out.
Spit Jada.
hey. Oh no, I don't want to be Jada. Hey Mike, I don't want
future.
That.
Spit future.
Look,
go ahead.
I don't want to be future either. I will say this though. I think with that, specifically with spouses, the issue with spouses become, and this is spouse based, not us. They see everything. They see you when you low. They see you when you're high. They see you
told me this.
Yep. They see you when you working. They see you when you successful. They see you when you fail. They see you when you quit. They see you when you don't quit. So a lot of times spouses aren't able to eliminate those processes. It can't be I failed, but I learned from it, so I got better. Yeah. They may have seen you fail 6 times before. Bro, I use myself specifically. I've probably had, I'm not proud about this. I probably had 4 or 5 adventures before Born to Win and Millennials versus the World. But my wife seen all of them. I had I was cutting grass when I was at CarMax on the side.
Facts.
I had I did YouTube like
Capitol Boulevard.
Capitol Boulevard, did YouTube 4 or 5 times, finding it out. But it took my wife to realize like he's figuring it out versus like, what is he doing? You just doing anything.
Right.
But when they see everything, sometimes they can't decipher through it all because they see the moments where you vulnerable and you talk to them like, I don't know if I can do this. And then when it pop, you talking with your chest out, but they don't eliminate when they saw you when you was questioning it.
That's real. That's real.
Never
That's
decipher
real.
through that part of it. They always, and that's not every spouse, but I know I experienced that.
Yeah, no, that's real as hell. That's facts,
bro. And I'll never forget. I was like, I'm sticking on my chest. I'm thinking I'm a trailblazer. Like, yeah, bro, I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here. You feel me?
Thought you was a what sneak?
Bro, I'm trailblazing. I'm making new. You know what I'm saying? I'm making new way. And I was like, yeah, Britt, da da da. And I was critiquing her on what I thought about her.
Uh-huh.
And she turned around and said, like, I was like, yeah, because I'm da 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 da. And my wife told me straight up, oh, I just see you as sporadic.
Hey, see that shit right there. Hey, damn.
Hey, look, and their word is law too, bro. Like that's everything.
Yo,
that's everything.
And then she hit me with.
Hey, she see you as what, Steve?
She said sporadic, bro, and I was like, "What you mean?" But the crazy part was, with her, I'll never forget this. She had said, like, "Oh, you don't like." I went to my establishment as a job and switched up the whole system in there. I'm a trailblazer. I was like, damn, I never thought trailblazing at your profession could be considered the same type of joint. I only attach trailblazing to like creating something new. Mm-hmm. She went in something, shook it up and made it better. Mm-hmm. And when I was like, so like 3 days later, I was like, why do I have to be sporadic? She was like, this was probably 2 months into Millennials versus the World and the brand Wow that I was a part of at the time. And she was like, I was like, why do we consider sporadic? And she was like, name an idea you've done longer than 6 months. I was like, damn. And then like with that conversation, I was able to like take everything I learned, start with Millennials, start with Born to Win. And now when we talk, she was like, damn, it's been 2.5 years because she was able to let go of those sporadic moments. Right. Because again, I don't have no mentor. I don't have nobody telling me do this, do that. I was trying stuff and learning from it. But yeah, bro. Mike, did you speak? You spoke on the friendships. Did we speak on friendships? How they change? I'm sorry, y'all.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, I ain't gonna. All right, I'm gonna go to the next one. How about family members?
I'm gonna real quick. I'm gonna touch on friendships one more time, and then
yeah.
Please do, Mike. Yeah, just keep talking.
We'll go for both. I have a hard time, like, because I know that I'm not the person from 10 years ago. Mm-hmm. I don't even want to be considered the person from 10 years ago or whatever. So I don't even put myself.
Mike, chill.
So I don't even go to events where niggas ain't seen me in 10 years.
Yeah, I feel that.
You know what I mean? Like I don't, because I don't want you to talk about some shit from 10 years ago when I'm trying to raise children and shit. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Like when you drop 60.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Let's not talk about. Yeah, let's not talk about middle school shit. Yeah.
Hey Jay, you wrong, bro. Jay, you so wrong. I hate you. I hate this man.
Hey,
I hate him.
Hey, Mike. He said out the whole fourth quarter. But go ahead, Mike.
And I say the same thing with family relationships, man. It's hard for them to see you outside of, I guess, like the initial role.
Bruh.
If son, you always son, never like grown man.
For sure.
If you nephew that needed diapers back in the day. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Like it's hard for them to almost to the point where they can't take no advice from you.
But
they can't.
But my thing is there's a way to still be nephew and create a respect boundary. That's my issue.
Yeah.
But Keenan, the thing is, it's not that Mike and you and me are not trying to create the respect boundary. It's that they can't see the respect boundary.
No, I'm saying from the
they see you as whatever you are. That's the sad part.
All jokes aside, how many people having these conversations?
Us three.
Yeah. Like, I'm gonna be real.
You said all jokes aside, nigga. Us three.
How many?
Because it ain't popular, bro. Y'all gotta, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't trying to go over.
It's not popular, Keenan, but it don't mean it ain't right though. That's a valid ass question. How many people are really
this the same reason?
If you sit here and ask yourself every day, like let's say, because y'all have your own shit, y'all own platform. If you ask in a poll, how many people are really working to better themselves every day? How many people? What's the percentage?
I will argue how many.
What does bettering yourself look like?
Yeah, that's what I will argue.
Yeah, I was about to say they're gonna say 100%.
Yeah, exactly.
But right. And then what they do, Mike? They get up and go to work. I'm dead ass serious, and then they be like, "Yeah, I just want to get better." That's bettering yourself. Like, no, I'm being dead ass. I'm talking about like.
I mean, to their defense, bettering yourself is relative.
Yeah.
So going to work is bettering yourself.
I would say, based on the conversation we having right now, if you ask them how many of them are challenging the relationships around them, or analyzing the relationships around them,
that's more fair.
They probably still gonna say 100%. But if you ask them how, that's when right.
Cap.
Yankees fit it.
You fit?
Hey, Mike, Yankees fresh Yankee.
Bro, when it comes to that challenging relationships around you, excuse me, I think that also plays like you should challenge your relationships around you, even if you're not verbally saying it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like
that's good.
Elevate,
that's good.
Your circle should feel pressure.
Yeah.
If that's facts, bro. That's facts.
If I'm around you and like I'm like you're going up, I will. Let me use myself. If I'm going up, I would want you to feel like I ain't gonna be the one that's not going up. I want you to feel that way.
Hell yeah, that's a fact.
Because when it's not malicious, because it goes back to intent. When you're not malicious with what you're doing, you know that person pushing you comes from a better place. You know what I'm saying? Like I put in some apps, and then y'all, hey bro, you ever get an interview? Just that simple joint, like, hey nigga, don't forget you supposed to be doing whatever.
Yeah.
Hey bro, you done such and such. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey bro, damn, when you graduating? All that stuff matters, bro. Yeah. And I think that there's so much envy. Birdman said his joint best. Somebody that hate is like, they see it from afar, but envy is the people that's close.
He definitely said that, boy. That shit was real as hell. So I
think that when you get in a circle of people where the challenge is genuine, and you just know that, like, niggas like, hey, bro, nah, I ain't going for that. I think that's dumb. Yeah. I think when you get in those spaces, you really, really, really can elevate, bro, because just outside of the conversation, how many black men, I'm not saying, I am going to claim the only platform, but how many black men do you know that's willing to be in the point of our lives at our early 30s and having these conversations? If you checked our job resumes, they check out pretty well at our ages. If you look at our family dynamics, as far as the ones we created, it's pretty solid. Like, there's not a lot of things. And you know what's crazy? As unpopular as it is right now, the wheel about to come back around on people wanting what we're talking about now, because they realizing that
hey, you just said something right there.
You know what I'm saying, bro? You know what I'm saying?
That's real as hell. Hey, Kenan, that's real as hell, bro. That's
hey, Jay, can you stop talking so much? Mike about to say something.
Okay.
All right, bro. Like,
hey, what up? It's your boy, goddamn DJ J. No, I'm just joking. Go ahead, Mike. My bad.
He preaching from the book of Kenan, goddamn.
Bro, I'm telling you.
He is, bro. Kenan, side note, KJ Mims. But go ahead.
But no, it was Mike. It was on Mike.
No.
Go ahead, Mike.
What were we talking about?
The shit Kenan was talking about.
No, we were speaking on. I literally forgot, bro. I'll be going on tangents.
Go to the next one. All
right, that was family relationship. So, how do y'all feel about? This gonna go there.
Oh, here he go.
How do y'all feel about conflict resolution now that y'all have grown as people? Like, how do y'all feel like conflict resolution fits in your life? It's cutting people off the right way. It is what it is the right way. We've been through what we've been through. We could talk it out and it got better. Certain people stay in this box. Certain people stay in that box. What's y'all opinions on those things?
Go ahead, Mike. Fuck that, because you done volunteered me for the last two goddamn questions. Go ahead, Mike.
I think it depends on the relationship and where you want it to go, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Will you ever talk conflict resolution though, Mike, before you get started?
No.
Got you.
No, not at an advanced level. It might be somebody hit them back.
Yeah,
but nothing, deeper than that.
Yeah.
I think if the relationships that you want to save, I think it got to be addressed head on. You got to like clearly identify, the gripes you have. Be willing to listen to the other person's perspectives, and then you identify a way forward. I think that only comes with like your most inner circle, right? I don't waste that energy on homie that I kick it with every other leap year.
For sure.
Got you.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm gonna just never talk to him again. You know what I mean?
Like, right. Hey, and that's real.
Yeah,
I feel that.
Yeah, I think is those the two options? Cut them off or really dive into it. Is there any other ways that?
So I think the three options.
I don't think I got a gray area with that. It's one or the other. I don't think
cut them off or what?
Or dive deep into like a conversation.
See,
it's hard.
I'm sorry, Mike. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, say what you about to say, bro.
No, I was just saying it's hard to, because the way my relationships are structured, it's either inner circle or everybody's like on the outside of in the electron cloud.
Yeah, for sure.
Yo, okay, Mike.
Hey, Jay, I'll go last. What about you? What do you think, Jay?
I think for me, it's kind of like what Mike was saying. Like, I don't really have a gray area with it. It's either like I'm cutting you off or like I'm trying to, get the best out of the situation. But what I realize is that the people around you, if they're like on the same level and realm as you, they'll understand it. Like when you try to like keep projecting shit and saying shit and doing shit, that shit doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. If they're not receptive. And again, it could be you that's not receptive too, though. You could be the one fucking up too. Like you could be the one to be like let's say that the person you talk to, like the dude you talking to, your friend, right? Your homeboy. Like let's say he's telling you some shit. You might think he's telling you bullshit and be like, man, that's some bullshit. That's not fair to him because he's being receptive as hell. Like he's trying to tell you how he truly feels, right?
For sure.
So for me, I had a problem with that because I'm like, let's say my homeboy, if I know you for X amount of years, I be thinking like, bro, that's not you. But then you be thinking like, that's not fair though, because it may not be them then, but it's them now. Mm-hmm. And you got to get people and understand them who the fuck people is now. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what I think we feel as humans. Yeah. We don't let humans evolve. We don't let humans be humans. We put so many negative connotations on it and like and make it seem like that, like like nah, like you can't make mistakes. You can't. No, fuck that. People are human.
Yeah, for sure.
Everybody's trying to learn this shit called life. Everybody.
Yeah.
What makes your way so right? That's what I had to realize. What makes your way so right to where it's like humans is to the point to where it's like, why the fuck Jay shit right? Hey. No. Go ahead, Mike. Real quick. No, I was done.
But before you go, Keenan, the third one, Tamara just reminded me, compartmentalizing the relationships, right?
Yeah.
Hey, what happened? Hey, Mike, what happened, Mike? What happened?
Tamara just reminded me. Yeah,
is that the ding? Like, bing, hey man, make sure you understand what's going on.
Hey, see, that shit was loud.
She said, she was like, wake up, nigga.
Yeah. Hey, look, Tamara gonna know what's going on. Hey, Tamara, hey man.
The third one tell Tamara, chill, bro, chill.
Right. Hey, look, she's printing up a shirt right now, and the third one is.
Chill, Mike.
Because like somebody might do something.
Jay, I thought that ding was yours. Mike over like,
no, that's Mike. Hey, Tamara was like, hey, say that shit I told you. Say that shit I told you.
Mike said real quick, hey, Kenan, real quick before you go. Let me
before you go, because Tamara told me to say this right now. What I'm gonna say is, go ahead, bro.
Y'all niggas crazy.
No, man. let me explain.
Tamara, Mike, go ahead, bro. My bad, bro.
Hey, look. Like somebody
I hate this nigga, man. I hate this nigga, man.
This nigga turn the head around.
I did.
No,
hey, yo, chill.
Hey, go ahead, bro. All right. This nigga crazy.
Hey, I ain't know y'all can hear that ding. You know, like when shit happen on your phone and you talking, you don't assume the other person can hear it.
Yeah,
right. Like when your wife texts and tell you to say a question. Yep. No, go ahead, Mike. I don't want to.
The whole episode. The whole episode, I had a ghostwriter.
This nigga Jay, man, shut up,
Hey,
man.
Keita,
Go ahead,
hey,
Mike.
Keita, the whole time I'm thinking Mike dropping knowledge from Tamara. That shit, wow. Go
Yeah,
ahead, Mike.
Tamara sent him
Like,
stuff to read off. Like,
yeah.
hey, man,
Hey, say that
this
shit.
nigga about to get cut out.
Hey, change your name to Q Card Mason. God
Hey,
damn,
go ahead.
like
All right. This nigga Jay crazy. Go ahead, Mike. My fault, bro.
Go ahead, Mike. Go ahead.
Because somebody might do something that affects like a certain part of the relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of cutting them off or having a deep conversation, you can compartmentalize them and, you know, only deal with them for certain situations. Like those single friends, I might not go out on a late night with them, but I might hit a brunch, something quick. But I don't I don't want them at my house like around the family and stuff. You know what I mean? Like it might be a situation like that. Yeah. For sure. Yeah. Compartmentalizing them, you know, people out here. Did I say it right, babe?
Yeah, hey, that thing about to go off.
Yeah.
But no, I agree. I think for me, Jay, did you already go? I'm sorry, I really don't remember.
No, I did. I already went.
All right. All right, that's cool, bro. So I think the thing for me is that compartmentalize is heavy because you need certain people for certain things. Also, I think like especially in family relationships, bro. Mm-hmm. It'd be so you can't really avoid your family if that makes any sense. Like you can try to be like, oh, I'm done with them, but like holidays and this come up and you have kids and they start talking about relationship with your kids and this.
Bing, bing again, Kenny. You heard that, right?
Go ahead, Jay. I ain't gonna lie. I thought that was you. I thought that was you the whole time. I'm not gonna lie.
Yo, why you gonna put it on me though? Like, why it's gotta be me?
I didn't know it was
my phone on vibrate. My dude's been texting. Everybody been texting me. My shit on vibrate. That's Mike.
I'm trying.
All right, but I think compartmentalizing
shit cooking.
I think that becomes important when you identify where they fall on the priority list. Conflict resolution.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
I think conflict resolution for me comes down to why we have a conflict. Like if we got a conflict that's like tier 10, yeah, I'm good. Yeah. If we got a conflict that was like many red flags and I just ignored them, yeah, I'm good. If we have a conflict that's like, nigga, what? There's potential there, but then I'm a big fan of like when you resolve it, the relationship has to restart. You can't go back to
that is so true. You cannot go back. You gotta restart from that moment on, bro. That is facts, bro. That's facts.
That's where niggas go wrong because niggas start trying to, but no, that's not no more. Because if you do that, you're eliminating growth between when it happened and when you resolved it. And I will hope
that's not fair, bro. That's not fair. Fuck that. That's bullshit. You can't start from like, oh yeah, but it was like, no, we gotta restart from now. We done started over.
Oh, no, what's BS, Jay?
He was agreeing with you.
I'm agreeing with you because people really think like that, Sneak. People think like, oh yeah, it's starting from like here. Oh no, it's starting from like the point that we say, all right, this is what it is, here to like wherever we going.
Yeah, for sure.
People don't agree with that. Like they be like, one thing about me, I don't like people to live in the past. I hate that shit. Like, don't tell me like, yeah, bro, like 3 years ago, like that shit was crazy. We were so cool. Fuck 3 years ago. We talking about now. What did you do and what did I do?
Saying no, Jay.
From 3 years.
You can't just something happened 3 years ago. It's never talked about, and all of a sudden it's supposed to be over.
Yeah, you can't. You know what? That's a black community. Sweep under the rug. Fuck that. I'm not doing that.
Whoa.
So that's not the black community.
Hold on. Let me make sure I'm understanding what you're saying. You saying because in the culture we do that? Because you just said if somebody said 3 years ago, this happened 3 years ago, you're not with that. But if what happened 3 years ago never got resolved, then don't you think that's going to come back up?
No, me, Keenan, and Mike believe that. What black culture believes is like, that shit wasn't talked about 3 years ago. That shit is over with. Why you keep bringing up old shit?
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
That shit is swept up under the rug. Like, why you keep bringing up old shit?
Got you.
What we believe is that no, we never resolved shit from 3 years ago. What is you talking to me for?
Yeah, we got at least gotta have a conversation, bro. At least
a fact.
That's
like minimum. You gotta have a conversation. Like, but people don't want to have people want to have a conversation. It's on what they want to believe it. Like, yeah, like. Niggas be having like shallow conversations and then being like, you know what, like, yeah, I'm very passionate about this right now. I don't know why, but like,
Yeah, you are,
but
yeah.
Because it's like people really want to have these shallow ass conversations, then be like, you know what, like it is what it is. Like we got past that. What did we get past? We didn't talk about shit. Like we didn't talk about nothing that happened. Like, but we got past it. So maybe it's just me. I don't know.
I don't. What's your view on that, Mike? The sweep under the rug, it happened 3 years ago. What's your view on that whole shebang?
It depends on what we're talking about. If we talking about something that somebody should get killed for, are we talking about like
Yo, Mike, why violence? Like
no,
whoa.
because if
no, Mike is a killer.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you why.
Like,
I'm gonna tell you why.
We're not doing that.
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why though.
Stone Cold killer.
No, Jay, I'm gonna tell you why. Because I think, and Mike correct me, if you talking about somebody that got touched on by a family member when they was younger,
yeah,
and then years later, it's like what they should have got.
Yeah, we got They should have got
Oh, that's different.
Yeah.
Okay.
I get that.
I didn't pick up on that. And Mike, that's different.
I'm gonna say you get killed for any type for different types of assault. I'll just say
right?
Yeah. If we, of course, that needs to be addressed. But if we're talking about why you didn't come to my cousin's birthday party from 2020 before the pandemic.
I only say okay like that because Mike is telling the fucking truth. God.
And you think we can't proceed on in our friendship until we address that? And clearly, it was clearly identified that we had a common misunderstanding.
For sure.
Right. But you really, what that really means is you don't want to move on until I admit that I agree with you.
Yep.
That's really what that means.
Yes.
It's not that, because I think.
Hey, Mike, talk heavy, Mike.
If we talked about it and we said, yeah, I just don't agree, then we did talk about it.
For sure.
Right. Yeah. That don't mean that we got to come to a right and wrong resolution.
For sure.
Yeah, and I think most of us, most especially our people, bro, we be trying to have half-hearted conversations that are grayed up, they gray area it down.
Yes.
Perspective based, and we be trying to resolve like real friendships. Like, we be trying to the relationship be on the line over it, bro. When really like, hey, yo, I ain't really fuck with that shit you did, I ain't, I don't rock like that. If that's gonna how you, that's how you gonna continue to move, then, I'm gonna move accordingly based on that. That's all that had to be said. But I think
you know what would make me mad? Like alluding to like the agree to disagree. You know what make me mad? When people be trying to agree to disagree on like facts. Like if you try to agree to disagree, you know what I'm saying? Bro, that burns me up when like you say how something happened, like, oh, we're gonna have to agree to disagree. Nigga, we can't disagree on what actually happened.
Abraham Lincoln was the 16th president.
Yeah, it's like we can't agree to disagree on that, Mike. You know what I'm saying? We can't. Well, we can't, bro. We can't say like you feel one way, I feel one. No, nigga. Now, if you talk about what he did for black people,
yeah, we could
agree to disagree on that. But to say that we could just agree to disagree that, no, bro. Like I hate when people use agree to disagree as conversation enders, and then that's not where it ends. If we're talking about a fact, that's not where it happened.
Yeah.
So what I'm not understanding is we got to get some and that's why we always say creating culture through conversation. Mm-hmm. What do we got to get some clarity on what agree to disagree actually means? Because this goes back to so many episodes ago when me and you talked about like culture, like whose culture do we really idolize? Uh-huh. What culture do we function through?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Mm-hmm. Like if we agree and to disagree, can we at least eliminate facts? Like,
but Sneak, I think people saying I agree to disagree is like it's being used too much as a cop out now.
Agreed.
Like, you can agree to disagree, but like facts is fucking facts.
Yeah.
Like people are taking opinions and making them facts. No, the fact still remains. Like if a fucking apple is red or green, whatever you looked at it as,
we agree to disagree.
Like niggas be like, I would agree to disagree that the apple is orange. No, the fuck is not. That shit is fucking red or green. Like that's not an agree to disagree moment. Yeah. So I think that people are like pushing that narrative. That shit is so irritating.
How do y'all feel about
My bad, Mike. I got heavy passion about this.
Because I'm thinking about that one person that's colorblind, right? But in their world, it's really orange. But they're gonna challenge the common seeing worlds. Like
Yeah.
Like to me, like it don't really matter to you. Like,
bro, like chill, bro. You see great, chill.
It's probably a crazy ass question to ask, but I'm gonna ask this, and this probably ain't really transitional worthy at all. Transition worthy at all. How many times do y'all actually get in arguments with wife, friend? Doesn't really matter. Just honestly speaking, and I'll put myself out there first. How many times do y'all leave actually feeling wrong?
Shit, me 98% of the time.
You leave feeling wrong?
When I know I'm right. Motherfuckers be done convinced me that I thought what the fuck I was thinking was wrong.
Got tricked.
This nigga right
hey, Mike, bamboozle. Trick. Like I saw, hey, look, now Mike and Keenan, how do I go in the conversation? 100% right in my mind.
Like, so when you argue with people, you typically feel like somebody, like,
I think I fuck up so much because I try to like understand it from their perspective, and that because I try to understand it from their perspective so much that I be like, damn, I can see why you see that. Nobody ever sees it from my perspective. It's like, yeah, that's like I get you see it from mine, but like I don't see that shit. So it's like I be like, all right, but like fuck it. Go ahead, Mike.
It becomes you saying, okay, I get that, I understand that, you're right.
Yes.
So it'd be more your rights from you than the other person. So you automatically
Mike,
you automatically lost, right?
Hey Mike, whole time automatically lost. These niggas is wrong from the get-go. But I done took the L because I thought I should take the L.
I don't
like,
know.
No way should I take the L.
Why is that though, Jay? Why do you defer to everybody else's opinion?
Because I be thinking in my head, like, you know what? I always try to put myself in their shoes, and I be thinking, like, you know what? Maybe I am the one. I'm a hard critic on myself. Mm-hmm. So I'll be thinking like, maybe I am the one tripping. Maybe I'm doing too much. But then as I'm moving forward, like, talking, going through different circumstances, I realize like, no, I'm not that person. Like, it's the confidence within me because it's like when I'm talking to somebody, like if I'm talking to you or Mike, I listen to y'all and I try to see our perspective. So I'm like, damn, I got my own perspective already. Mm-hmm. I try to see y'all perspective and be like, you know what? Maybe I am tripping. Like, maybe let me see it from their perspective. What I realize is the people I talk to, they never see it from my perspective at all. They be like, oh, yeah, this nigga wild. Like, we good.
I'm gonna go last because mine is harsh. Mike, how many times you walk out feeling wrong?
It's probably 50-50. And wrong, not necessarily the point I was trying to make. Mm-hmm. But I'm starting to critique like the aspect, like the tone of the point, the delivery of the point. Mm-hmm. Like, okay, like I think we as men always have like this thought in our mind of pissing our wife off. Mm-hmm. Oh my god! Like so that like guides like our decisions most of the time. I don't think they have the same thing. Like, I don't think they.
Hey, Mike, you don't think?
No,
if we're gonna talk, we're gonna motherfucking talk. Them
motherfuckers don't got that shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say.
Hey, Mike, let that nigga, let that. I
Yeah.
Hey, Kenan,
that Jay bitch if you want to talk. Jay ain't say wife one time, and now he trying to get you to keep saying.
Yeah, I'm baiting the fuck out of my.
Yeah, so be about 50-50, but that just comes once again like lack of confidence in for me in particular from like oh damn, what the fuck wrong with Jay? This nigga.
Yeah, I don't know what he doing. He's going through a haunted house.
Hey, fuck y'all. Hey, everything y'all stand for, okay? And I mean everything y'all stand for. Hey, kid, you say going through a what, bro?
That shit over there. A haunted house, bro. You on Nightmare on Elm Street over there, bro. What are you doing?
Hey, okay, bro. All right. Everybody look at
walking with confidence, bro. Just shut the camera and the mic off.
No, bro, I'm not. I'm on live, bro. Fuck everything y'all stand for.
Nah, like real. It's like going in dark closets and stuff, closing doors and then coming back out. Like, what is you doing?
He was in a haunted house.
Look at you. What is nigga like?
Kid said, nah, bro. This nigga in a haunted house.
Yeah, like, what is you doing? You don't even turn the hallway light on. Just walking in the door. Like, what is what? This nigga, man.
Get it there, bro.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie.
He chose to
walk
walk
your
to the
screen
car.
went out. I thought your screen went out, and I'm literally watching you just walk.
No, I'm not gonna lie. Because I got my AirPod in. When I heard Mike say, "Yo, what the fuck is Jay on?" Like,
yeah,
that's what I do.
This nigga just walking up and down the hallway, like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to get shit in order, bro. No, I'm not doing that, bro. I'm on live. What's happening? Go ahead.
Yeah, okay. But my fault, Mike. Back. You know what I'm saying?
50-50, man.
Pennywise over there just, you know what I'm saying? This nigga, man. Like, who does that?
Oh, God,
In the middle of an episode, just walking through his house. MTV.
Bro, because I'm trying to get shit together, bro.
Right, flushing the toilet. He over there flushing the toilet and shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Ain't nobody flushing no goddamn toilet, Mike. And you know goddamn well. Ain't nobody flushing no goddamn toilet.
Damn, but my bad, bro. Just you know what I'm saying?
Go ahead, Kenny. Go ahead.
Yeah, 50%. I think we do a good job.
I'm gonna ask a question that's gonna get reckless.
Oh shit! Here you go.
Hey, bling bling bling. My wife technically said bling bling because I turned the sound off on the laptop, right?
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, this nigga wild.
Yeah.
You said
Mike, blink twice if you getting beat. Kenny, go ahead. No real shit. Hey, Mike, blink twice.
Hey Jay, go back in the haunted house and tell them that. So niggas can't.
Okay.
No, go ahead, bro.
Hey, Kenny said, go ahead, man.
Yeah. What you about to say, Mike?
50%. I think we do a better job of sharing our perspectives now and walking away from it. I think it took us some time to get there because we didn't identify that that's what we were trying to do. If that makes sense. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's real.
And
that's good too.
And I think I'm hard to do that with, only because I could agree with you 100%, but if I don't like the method you use to get there, I'm gonna challenge that.
I respect that.
Yeah. So I get caught up in like
that's real.
Critiquing the method when I'm agreeing with the point, and so that kind of like ain't that's not usual, if that makes sense. Yeah, so I probably need to find like a better way to do that.
What makes you challenge the method, even though you understand?
Right. That's all I was just about to ask that. What makes you think it's
everything
wrong?
through a scientific lens? Like everything.
Damn, Mike, for real?
Yeah, if we establishing a fact, it has to be established the same way you would establish any fact. Like, what does the evidence say, right? Like, yeah. Okay. If you sharing your perspective, right? Okay, what's the evidence of that perspective?
So, Mike, what about people that equate opinion to fact? How do y'all, Kenny, you too? How do y'all deal with that?
I'll answer that.
I'll go after you, Mike. Opinion to facts.
I'll go after you, Mike.
I would just ask. I would ask the same question. I said, "Hey, so what's your evidence of your opinion? Show me the facts behind that opinion."
That's a good way of looking at it. I wasn't gonna say that, but
it's the same. Because the process has to be the same.
But Mike, you're talking to people that, like, when you say shit like that, okay, you're trying to be the smart one. You want end all be all. You know it all, Mike. When you say that, we receive it, right? We receive it,
right?
But talking to somebody that's like not on the same level, they might be like, okay, this motherfucker trying to be funny.
When in reality, what I'm asking for is don't let you be right. What you think be right. Let the evidence be right.
Because the evidence don't lie.
And if you're gonna be wrong, let the evidence be wrong. Or say that you looked, or say that you looked at the evidence wrong.
That's good. That's good. Mike.
So if long as the process, that's why we process driven, right? The process got to be right.
For sure.
And live with the result.
Oh, never mind. I ain't even gonna get on them. But so what I was gonna say is, what did you say? He said the method based. Look at it through a scientific lens. Oh, when Jay was like, "What about when people feel like opinion is a fact?" You know what I realized, bro? In probably, if you meet 100 people, out of those 100, all 100's opinions are their reality.
Mm-hmm.
So when I realize that people live in a reality of their opinions, it changes how you accept other people's conversations.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you are a person that can just eliminate what actually happened by formulating your opinion and then regurgitating that as the event,
Okay.
I'm not diving down that road. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if you can go
Okay,
through something,
that's fair, Sneak. That's fair.
you know what I'm saying? Like, if you can go through something, manipulate it however you see, and then really tell yourself that's how it happened versus, no, we went here at 7. At 7:30, this happened. At 8, this happened. Then you did this, and it went here.
Yeah.
If you turn that into like, nah, when we got there, I don't care what nobody say. It was on go from the like, whoa, bro. Like you just gonna eliminate from 7 to 7:30. It was just on go from like
right.
when
It was
people
on
start
go when you walked
eliminating,
in. Like,
bro.
damn.
I'm gonna tell you another thing going back to marriage. Another thing that changed me and my wife's marriage, and I used to argue this all the time. When we couldn't agree on how things actually happened, there's no point of talking. If an event took place and we can't even recall it, how it happened, the same.
Yeah.
I ain't talking about perspectives, none of that. If we can't recall how it happened, we don't need to talk about it.
So how would I approach that, right?
Like, what do you want me like?
I would want to say everything, right?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Everything. And then from there, instead of like highlighting the like the key events.
Factual.
I want to talk about when we stuck the door, the key in the door. I'm gonna talk about that's a good
Hey,
one.
look, Mike, I don't know if I'm gonna go to the key in the door, but
Hey, look, he going too far. Hey,
no.
My Dukes is calling back right now. I gotta, you know what I'm saying? I gotta slide. Yeah, I'm gonna slide, y'all.
All right, bro.
I love y'all, bro.
Love you too, bro.
I'll take y'all later.
All right. So what I'm saying is, Mike, like to that same point, like if we go out, we have some drinks, it get real riled up, woody woo woo, da 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 da. And the next morning we got an argument. The next morning we try to recall it, but we can't even remember it the same. Like we can't even say the events that took place.
Tuck them feelings and move on.
Bro, there's no point.
Yeah, tuck them feelings and move on. Yeah.
There's no point. If we can't recall it the same, there's no need to talk about perspective. Because now what is the perspective? Your perspective, my perspective, and your perspective is not even based in the same thing. Right. No, I'm good on that.
Yeah.
We argued last night. Let's just leave it because
let's go eat some Waffle House.
Bro, it's no point, man. It's no point. How many times?
Ooh, hey, you know how dope that what you just said is? Because if we can get to that point where we're comfortable with just dismissing it.
Yes.
If we start the conversation and we see, okay, that ain't already off top, we ain't see it the same way.
Nope.
Count it. Hey, look, cut the losses and keep it moving.
Done.
Yeah, keep it moving. But that in order for that to happen, you have to automatically assume that the intent is positive on both sides.
For sure.
Yeah. So like, I know you ain't do no like foul stuff like intentionally to me. So we don't really need to talk about nothing. Whatever mistake was made, let's move on.
Facts.
Yeah,
bro. How many times have you, friends, marriage, family, don't matter, started talking about something and the conversation becomes who said what first, how you responded to this, then you did this. No, I didn't. Right. Then I did.
You be spending the whole conversation identifying the trigger.
Like, come on, bro. Like, if we can't even remember that you said F me first and then I slapped you, what are we talking about?
Right.
Like, if you say, no, bro, you swung on me, then I said, but we, like, bro.
Right.
I'm gonna exit because, bro.
Then you start fussing about stuff that didn't happen. Like, I remember an argument me and my wife got into it. Where I don't know if I cut her off or she cut me off, but then we argued about what the other person was gonna say.
Yep.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, that's ain't crazy,
bro. But in them situations, Mike, it's like, yeah, I'm good, I'm straight. Like, there's no need to even because, bro. Yesterday, when I told you, me and my bro got into it yesterday, like when we started getting into it, and then we started talking about like what happened in sequential order and couldn't agree on what happened.
Yeah,
done deal. All right, bet. Ain't no need to talk about it. Yeah. Like because I will always challenge, what are we talking about now? Are we talking about the issue or are we talking about a timeline? Like,
yeah.
And then, all right, YouTube, appreciate y'all checking in. We're gonna keep rapping, but we're gonna y'all got enough for tonight. All right, appreciate